All right, let's start at the beginning. This is a 10. 10s are endings of things. So it does feel like your burden is very heavy on you right now. So you may be holding on to responsibilities that aren't necessarily yours, or helping others to get their self together. But whatever those responsibilities are, it's a little bit too much for you to handle, and it will start affecting your health. This orange is lighting up for me that this really isn't a healing thing that's happening. It's really taking away your healing energy. So it feels like you have a lot on your plate right now. The Empress is here and she crosses you. This can be pregnancy. So this may be pregnancy, either yourself or someone else in your world that might be putting a little bit more pressure on you. This also can stand for nurturing something to completion. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to grow a baby. You could grow a broccoli plant, but it feels like these burdens are standing in the way of your growth and your ability to nurture yourself and your projects. And it also can stand for pregnancy, either wanted or unwanted. Okay, above you is the 2. And 2s are all about balance. Pardon me. All about balance. And this was upside down. So it really is validating that this situation is kind of taking the wind out of your sails a little bit, kind of put you off balance a little bit. And it also feels like it has been a bit of a drain on your money as well, since this is upside down. So it does look like you are trying to resolve things that may not possibly be yours to resolve, or clean up other people's responsibilities. So it's time to put those down, sink or swim kind of thing. If this isn't, an aged parent or a young child, this does feel like some of the responsibilities can be handled by the actual person who created them. So you may have to take a step back and let them either fall or fly, depending on what their choices are. And this does feel like it has something to do with either an adult child or an adult that is perfectly capable of handling their own business. So the World is on the other side here, and this is one of the highest cards in the higher echelon of the deck. So the World is open to you if you make those decisions that will benefit you. It does look like things have been put on hold to help others. So once you make that shift, it is in the past position, Capricorn. So most likely you are aware of this and you are either preparing for the shift or in the middle of it right now. So the World is basically, everything is open to you. It's a really lucky card. Unlike the Wheel of Fortune being, kind of blind luck, this is, the World is open to you. There are opportunities that maybe you are not focusing on because your focus is being taken away. This can be job related. This can be relationship related, housing. I'm feeling travel too is something that you are very interested in doing this year, Capricorn. So some of these things have to be resolved in order for you to travel the world. But the World is open to you. It's inviting you in. And this purple is lighting up for me too. So it does feel like you have some renewed faith in yourself and your capabilities, and kind of trying to close one door while opening another is the best way to communicate that. So what is happening also in present time, this is the 9. So it does look like you're really working on releasing some things that don't belong to you, and holding on to the good things that benefit you. But it does look like you are doing either an emotional cleaning, could be even a physical cleaning. Are you cleaning out your closets, releasing friendships? Could even be relationships that aren't working for you, but it does look like you are making some changes on how you interact with the people in your world. And that includes looking at some codependent behavior that has not benefited you. And it does look like you're ready to release that and really reassign your focus on things that are more beneficial for you and your partner, possibly. It does look like this blindfold has been cast off. This is kind of lighting up for me that you have pulled the mask off, you've pulled this blindfold off, and you're looking at things honestly. They may have been presented to you a certain way. Do you have maybe a parent that is super needy and that's not necessary, and you realize how capable they are? But it does look like you are seeing the truth of some situations, which is enables you really to make a more educated and more defined decision for yourself. There's another 2 here. This also has the blindfold on here that's lighting up for me. You are protecting yourself, and particularly it feels around the heart space. So this may be your partner's children that are pulling you in many, many directions. This may be someone in your heart that's pulling you in many, many directions. So it does look like you're stopping for a moment. You're protecting yourself. It doesn't look like you're overly protected, but it does look like just sit and listen. And this is indicating that you need to open your ears and really listen to what is being presented. And if it sounds like jive, it is jive. So, and then making a decision from kind of your own calculations versus what someone is offering you as the truth. So it does look like some decisions are going to be made in the future, but it does look like this dynamic needs to shift before those decisions can be made. But it does look like the future card that you will be making those physical separations, going to the top of the mountain. Here is the Hermit, and kind of trusting your intuition and trusting what Spirit is telling you that is best for you. But this situation does look like it is kind of out of balance and unfair to you, but it's only as fair as you allow it to be. Okay. King of Swords is here. I do believe this stands for you. Capricorn, you can be very stoic. It does feel like you might be overthinking a little bit. There's this, or you have a lot to think about. I don't want to categorize it as overthinking, but it does feel like you are in the middle of your head a little bit and kind of collecting information and communication. And the King of Swords is usually about great strength and authority, being in integrity. So it does look like you were put in a position of authority. You may have gotten a raise at work or a promotion as well, with more responsibilities, which will only exacerbate this interpersonal situation. But the King of Swords, he's about mental work, about science and communication. So it does look like you may be put in a position of mentorship as well, because of all your knowledge and because of all your skills that you have honed over the years. But I wouldn't be surprised if you got a position of authority, that you either got a raise, a promotion, or you are a mentor to someone. The Hermit is here as well, and that is right across from the other stop, look, and listen kind of card. And the Hermit, unlike the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles is kind of running away from responsibility. The Hermit is embracing responsibility, but going to the mountain to quiet the din and quiet everybody else's opinions, and going within to find out the questions and the light within, to find out the answers to the questions that have been kind of vexing you lately. It does feel like minimizing some of the activities for a moment this month will help you come to a reasonable conclusion, a reasonable decision. But it does look like really pushing out all of the noise and everybody else's opinion, so you can make that choice for yourself. The Moon is here, and the Moon is really taking things from the inside and putting to the outside. It is above the Hermit, so it does look like this is part of the decision. Really maybe following some new projects that have been on the back shelf in order to do this enablement. I for no other better word than that. But it does feel like things are coming more into focus, and you are able to communicate what is inside pretty effectively now, either with your partner, your boss, your friends. It does feel like some corroboration with someone. You may be starting a project. You may be starting a new hobby. You know, that can be anything from going to dance class to rebuilding a sports car to going back to school. Whatever it is, whatever you wanted to do, you're letting your light shine. You're bringing it from the inside to the outside. There is the sun. That's also another validation of intrinsic, external things. Intrinsic going from the external. So, and it does feel like you have kind of minimized some of these pulls on your energy and time in order to really embrace this either new project, new job, could be part of the mentorship. It does feel like you will be honored and exalted and seen, whereas sometimes Capricorns like to hide in the back, but it does feel like you will be honored and noted for your hard work and effort in the situation. So the sun is new beginnings, kind of, it's that wiping the slate clean. It's brand new. You get to fill it up with whatever you want to. So have the kids moved out? Do you have an extra room? So it feels like there's room to breathe. There's room to do your projects once these decisions have been made. But it does look very rewarding. It looks like something that's always given you great joy. And, the simpler, the better. Is the message I'm getting here. To the left of it is the Fool. That's take a chance, try something new. This could be new relationship, new job, new project. This could be retiring after all those years, maybe early retirement. So the Fool is taking a chance, something that you've always wanted to do. He's just about to jump off that cliff. So it's really not about danger or doing something foolish. At least the other cards don't dictate that. It's about taking a leap of faith and making those changes. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You can always go back. But the Fool encourages us to start the motion. I do see a lot of motion in here after a lot of thinking. So that's great. And let's see, your final card here is the Four. And this is the Four of Wands. This is a celebration of some type. This can also mean a deeper commitment for you. Have you been living with someone for 10 years? Is it time to get married? It could be a deeper commitment. You may be ready to have kids because the Empress is here. So it does look like a deeper commitment of some kind. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's with another person. It can be a deeper commitment to you and to your choices and to your projects as well. It is on the other side of the Sun and the Fool, so most likely it is a new commitment and celebration to a new way of life for you. So that is your general reading, Capricorn, for the month of April. I'm going to throw a couple of these goddess guidance cards. My dear friends, the Mystic Sisters in Wisconsin, turned me on to these cards. Okay, and here's two right here. They're stuck together that want to come out. Kuan Yin and Lakshmi. So Kuan Yin is about compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. So being neutral and compassionate is pretty much the way things work out best for you. Lakshmi is about a bright future. Stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. Okay, so there you go. This looks like a pretty bright future. And Kuan Yin is here to heal you and release your judgments of yourself and others. So it looks like you are moving in the right direction, Capricorn.